Hi everyone. Now there's a petition online, actually on the gov.uk website, about calling a general election, and I've got a lot of people have sent links to that petition to me and asking me, oh, will you promote this, will you sign it? I haven't done so, and I'm not signing this particular one. Number one, because it's sort of summer holiday time and I'm trying to do other things to relax a little bit from politics, but also I don't think it's going to do anything and go anywhere. I mean, there was a very similar petition 9 or 10 months ago that also said the same thing, call a general election. Now that one that was put up online last year in 2024 got over 3 million signatures, which just shows the depth of dissatisfaction with the Starmer regime. And it was debated in Parliament in January 2025, earlier this year, and the conclusion of the debate was just what you'd expect. The Labour government says, well, we got 9.5 million votes in the general election, so yeah, 3 million people have signed a petition, but that's only a third of the people that voted for us, so we're not going to do anything about that. Of course, you would expect them to say that. And the petition going round at the moment, which is calling for a general election, saying exactly the same thing, has got over 600,000 signatures this time, but that's only 1/5 of the earlier petition to call a general election. And that will now be debated in Parliament again, because the petition gets debated if it has only over 100,000 votes. Yes, of course, and they're going to say the same thing again. So these petitions, although I do sign them sometimes, this one I don't think is going anywhere. But I need to say something here. There is a way to get rid of a government, but the only way a government can be dissolved, really, before its time is up, and this one's time isn't up until 2029. The only way to get rid of a government before then is if the MPs themselves call a motion of no confidence in the government. And unfortunately, Labour has got 401 MPs still. I think they got 410 in the general election. They've still got 401. Some of them have left, some of them have gone independent, some of them have been expelled from the party. So it's very unlikely that MPs are going to call for a motion of no confidence or vote out the government in a motion of no confidence, except for one possibility. And I don't like this, and I don't want to say this, and some people on the right, where I am, of UK politics, won't like this. I don't like it either, but there is a way, and the best hope of getting rid of Keir Starmer and forcing a vote of no confidence in the Labour government. I don't like this myself, but the best way is through Jeremy Corbyn's new party, your party. I am not a supporter of Jeremy Corbyn. I'm not a supporter or a member, or I've not even signed up to that. I don't like it at all, but I'm just saying, as a commentator, that is probably the best and only way at the moment that I can see of forcing a vote of no confidence in the Starmer regime, because they have so many MPs. It's not fair that they have so many MPs. They got 34% of the vote and they've got 63% of the MPs. That's not fair. I prefer the proportional representation system, the D'Hondt system. That's my preference. But there are a lot of Labour MPs I know that are very, very unhappy with the Starmer government, the Starmer regime. They're unhappy because they are taxing farmers, and they're attacking pensioners, and they are, as they see it, taking money away from people on welfare and people on disability benefits. Now, whatever you think about that, a lot of the Labour MPs in the Starmer regime are very unhappy about that. And a lot of them are also very unhappy about the war machine that the Starmer regime is. I mean, it's essentially part of the globalist military-industrial complex, the way that they are agitating for more war in Ukraine, more war in Israel, what Starmer has said, in the past 2 years about Israel has the right to cut off water and electricity from Gaza. He's not saying that now, but he did say that. So you don't actually know what he believes because he's inconsistent. But I probably think that he believes what he said initially rather than what he's saying now. But there are a lot of Labour MPs that are very, very unhappy about that. And if enough of them leave and go over to Jeremy Corbyn's party, then Labour's majority will be slashed. So at the moment, they still have a majority of about 150 in Parliament. But for every one MP that leaves, their majority goes down by 2, obviously, because Labour loses 1 vote, the opposition gains 1 vote. So Labour need to lose another 75 to 80 MPs, and he's lost his majority. Then MPs or someone can call a vote of no confidence in the government. I mean, anyone can do that at any time, but there's no point if they're going to lose it. But if Labour, Starmer, loses their majority because 80 or more MPs go over to join Jeremy Corbyn, then someone can call a vote of no confidence, and Starmer and his government will be voted out in a vote of no confidence in Parliament by MPs. Now, that's why I've written on X, I wish Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana all the best in bringing down the Starmer government. I don't agree with their party. I mean, they don't have any policies at the moment because they seem to be in a bit of trouble setting up their party anyway. But you know what they're going to stand for. It's going to be a hard left Marxist party. I don't agree with that at all. But I do agree that we need to de-escalate the wars and the conflicts around the world. The conflict in Ukraine, the conflict in Palestine. We need to stop supplying weapons to either side. And obviously what the Starmer government is doing is supplying weapons to Zelensky, and they're supplying weapons and military support to Netanyahu, both of which are abominable. So on that issue, I do agree. But so this is just a little bit of realism, and that is the best hope, the best mechanism that we have to, not we, because it's not me, it's, I've got nothing to do with Corbyn. I'm just saying that is the most likely way at the moment to bring down the Starmer regime in a short amount of time. So there's nothing I can do about that because I'm on the right of politics. They wouldn't listen to me, but they may listen to people who are on the left of politics, and there may be some Labour MPs, or a lot of them, who would make that move because they are disgusted. They are just as disgusted with Starmer for various reasons as I am, and almost everyone in the country is. So, while I do not support Jeremy Corbyn, Zara Sultana, their new party, I do hope that they can attract enough Labour MPs to their ranks in order to bring down the Starmer government. Then we can have a general election, and then we can vote in Heritage Party people or challenger parties to bring in good government. And all what that means really is just unwinding and repealing all of the dreadful legislation that we've had over the last 25 years through Blair and Brown and Cameron and May and Johnson and Truss and Sunak and now Starmer. We need to just reverse almost everything that they've done and go back to what everyone thought was common sense 30 or 40 years ago, which is really what the Heritage Party manifesto is all about, based on common sense principles. So I've talked for a lot longer than what I was going to. That's why I'm making this on my mobile phone. I was only meant to speak for a couple of minutes, but there you go. There's a lot to be said. So hopefully that makes sense. And, if you're in a position to lean on a Labour MP who is unhappy with the Starmer regime, please do so, because the sooner we get a general election, the sooner we can get rid of this dreadful, globalist, tyrannical, warmongering regime and get back to common sense and normality and start building our country up again rather than seeing it destroyed. Thanks for listening, everyone. God bless you all.